Well, we didn't want to say, well, we've done it and that's it. So we always looked at it over a number of years, and they managed to convince us that they would revitalise it. Last year was a bit flat apparently, and I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised. I think they've achieved that. It's much more open, much more variety of operators, of agents, of tourist boards, but more interestingly I think from the families, from interactive kind of game shows, a lot more to do. I think they've done a really good job, first impression.
Excellent. And how have you found it yourself for Iglu? I mean, obviously you're an online travel agent primarily. There are obviously people contact you via the telephone, but you rarely meet your customers. Are you meeting your customers here?
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, we talk with our customers, of course, all the time, and that's what we geared up to do. But it's always nice to put a face to a voice to a name, and I think that's a two-way thing. We love to talk to our customers, to engage with them, to listen to them and interact, and to understand and pick up ideas. They may have ideas about how we can move our site forward and better project our service and deliver it, etc. Great experience for us, and it's day one. We've got a long weekend ahead of us. We're excited by that notion.
Now, the ski industry's gone through a pretty tough time over the last few years. Iglu stands out as one of the success stories, really. You've done very well in what is a contracting market in difficult economic times. What do you put down the sort of key to your success?
I think we stuck to our knitting in a main way. We focused on quality resorts, quality product in terms of accommodation, chalets, hotels.
But lots of people have been doing that. Why do you think you're so successful? Is it the way people book with you, or? Well,
I think we're lucky enough that we represent the market, so customers can come to us and get an armchair overview of the entire market, and whether they're high end or the value end, they can take their choice. So we've been continuing to invest in training, in understanding, making our site more intuitive, and we've not stopped doing that throughout the economic cycles, and I think that's paying dividends. We've got greater longevity now than ever before, more repeat business than ever before, and of course we're open for new business in terms of new customers, and we're open to their new way of thinking, new mediums, whether it's Facebook, social media, or whether it's tablets, or of course mobile phones. Very excited by 4G.
And do you feel you're driving that market or reacting to what's going on within the market?
A bit of both. It's a tough core between bleeding edge and cutting edge, and we get pressure internally from guys that want to do some real funky stuff, and we also get that feedback, you could be doing this, you could be good, which is all great, and the challenge for us is to choose which technology, which mediums to proportionately invest in, so that we can reach our customer base efficiently.
Yeah. And as I said, the ski industry's had a bit of a tough time the last few years, to say the least. There's a general feeling that it's sort of rocking along the bottom now and things are going to pick up. Is that a view that you have as well?
I think it is. I mean, I tend not to use words like bottom, but I think undoubtedly you're right. The ski industry in the UK has contracted since 2007. I think
by about how much would you say?
By about 30%, really. So it's quite as there's been a lot. The industry has had to adapt and rethink and readjust quite a lot over that period. However, I think the low point actually is not now. It was probably about a year ago, and we're operators at the edges, having slimmed it down to the core, have added some properties in select required resorts, and they're doing the same again this year. So if we as an industry are successful in placing all that product essentially and conveying our messages, then and touch wood we are today, the market is in a good shape now relative to capacity, then if we can continue doing that, it's a second year of increased growth.
Yeah, and again, looking around the ski show where we are now, I mean, it's not packed to the rafters, but there's an awful lot of people here on the first day, which is good, looking at what's on offer, buying their products, and getting information.
Totally. I mean, actually, this is better than I expected. This is day one, early hours, and there are people that are here engaging. They are looking, they're more than looking. Of course, they're browsing depending on the standard, but they are talking, they're engaged, they're having purposeful conversations. So it's not a pack it up to the rafters kind of thing. It's actually, but the people that are coming really know what they want, or they're coming for a reason, and they're prepared to follow up with that reason. So it's about quality, not quantity. That said, there's enough people coming through the door, and I'd be, if we can get from the day one people the message back, actually it is a revitalised show. It is doing very well, and actually it's worth a shot.
Okay, well, it's the first time you've been here for 10 years, so I hope it goes well over the next few days, and obviously we hope the ski season goes well this year, and you've been very good not drinking the wine in your hand there, so I'll leave you to enjoy drinking your wine.
Thank you for that. I'll do that now for me. Great, thank you, James.